You come home after a long day, the door opens, and before you can even put your bag down, your dog is already there. Tail spinning like a helicopter, eyes wide, whole body trembling with something that looks a lot like joy. Like you just returned from war. Like you were gone for years, not hours. And then you look over at your cat, sitting on the couch, one eye barely open, a slow, deliberate blink, then back to sleep. Same house, same person, two completely different reactions. So here's the question that's probably crossed your mind at least once, maybe more than once. Who actually loves you more? Most people already have an answer, and most people say the dog, but psychology tells a different story. For years, the debate has felt settled. Dogs are loyal, dogs are devoted, dogs will follow you into every room, sleep at your feet, and look at you like you hung the moon. Cats, on the other hand, are distant, aloof, independent to the point of seeming indifferent. The internet has made a whole culture out of it. Cats as the cold partners, dogs as the golden retrievers of emotional availability. And this belief feels true. It feels obvious, because we see the evidence every single day. But here's the thing about obvious truths. They're usually only half the story. Let's start with dogs, because the science here is genuinely remarkable. Dogs did not always live in our homes. There was a time, tens of thousands of years ago, when they were wolves, separate, wild, and then something happened. A slow, generational convergence between humans and canines. They began to co-evolve with us, to hunt with us, to sleep near us, to read our faces. Over thousands of years, dogs didn't just learn to live with humans, they became wired for us. When a dog looks into your eyes, something chemical happens. In both of you, oxytocin, the same hormone that floods a parent's brain when they hold their newborn, is released. In the dog, in you, simultaneously. This is not metaphor, this is neuroscience. The dog-human bond is one of the only cross-species relationships where this hormonal loop exists. That's why your dog follows you from room to room. That's why they wait by the door. That's why when you come home, their entire nervous system lights up. Because to a dog, you are not just their owner. You are, in the most biological sense, their family, their pack, their anchor to safety. Dogs love with their whole body, loudly, visibly, unmistakably. And for most of us, that visibility feels like love itself. But here's the part nobody tells you. Cats were never domesticated the same way. Dogs were bred alongside us. Cats chose us, or rather they tolerated us, and gradually, quietly, something deeper grew. Cats are solitary hunters by nature. In the wild, they don't need a pack. They don't need a social hierarchy. They survive alone. So when a cat forms a bond with a human, it is not instinct driving them. It is something more deliberate, more selective. Think about what it means when a cat slow blinks at you. In cat communication, closing your eyes in front of another creature is an act of radical trust. It means, I am not afraid of you. I am not watching for a threat. I feel safe enough to lower my guard. That's not indifference. That's intimacy. When a cat presses their head against yours, they are marking you with their scent, not possessively. Tenderly, you are part of their world. When they choose to sleep beside you, not on the bed, not under the blanket, just near you, they are saying something. When they sit quietly in the same room while you work, not demanding attention, just present, they are communicating in a language most people never bother to learn. Cats love quietly. Cats love in small, deliberate gestures. Cats love on their own terms, which, if you think about it, might be the most honest kind of love there is. So why do we so often miss it? This is where human psychology enters the room. We are wired, deeply and evolutionarily, to respond to obvious emotional signals, big expressions, enthusiastic gestures, demonstrations. When someone or something greets us with visible excitement, Our brains register that as proof of affection. It feels good, it feels clear, it confirms something we quietly need to hear. You matter, you are wanted, your presence changed something. Dogs give us that confirmation in the loudest possible way, every single time. Cats don't, and so we interpret the silence as absence. We read the calm as detachment. We mistake the cat's quietness for not caring. But consider this. The people who tend to understand cats, who feel deeply seen by them, often share something in common. They don't need love to be loud. They feel most loved in calm spaces. They are sometimes overwhelmed by too much enthusiasm. They value the kind of presence that doesn't ask for anything. There's a reason that highly independent, introverted, and emotionally complex people often say, "I'm a cat person." They're not just talking about a preference in pets. They're describing the kind of love they recognize, the kind that doesn't perform, the kind that just stays. Both of these animals are telling you something true about their emotional inner world, and both of them mean it. The difference is not the love, the difference is the language. Dogs speak in exclamation points. Cats speak in long, considered silences. One is not more real than the other. One is not deeper. They are simply different dialects of the same fundamental need to be near something that feels like home. Think about how you experience your own attachments. The friends who text constantly and show up with energy, and the ones who barely reach out, but when they do, it means everything. Both can love you equally. Both can be completely devoted, but only one of them looks like what we were taught love should look like. The way you feel about dogs versus cats might have more to do with your own emotional blueprint than with the animals themselves. There's something else worth sitting with. Both a dog and a cat, in their own way, regulate your nervous system. Petting a dog while they wag their tail, your cortisol drops. Your heart rate slows. Your body unclenches from the day. The dog's energy is contagious in the best possible way. Sitting with a cat who has chosen your lap, who is purring softly, who is asking for nothing, the same thing happens. Differently, but completely. The cat is not performing comfort. The cat simply is comfortable. And somehow, that stillness becomes yours too. A dog is like a warm, bright light turned on in a dark room. Immediate, filling, unmistakable. A cat is like a candle. Quieter, steadier, something you lean toward without always knowing why. Neither one is wrong. Both are real. And something in you already knows which one you need most. So who loves you more? Maybe that was never the right question. The real question is this: which kind of love do you know how to receive? The dog that greets you like you're the best thing that ever happened to them, or the cat that simply chooses to stay day after day, without announcement, without performance, without needing you to notice. One love declares itself, the other just exists. And maybe both of them, in the way they are most themselves, are trying to tell you the same thing. You are safe here. You are known here. Whatever kind of love you understand better, the loud kind or the quiet kind, it is still love. And somewhere in your home tonight, a small creature is near you for one simple reason: because you are theirs.